Have you ever stared at your phone, replaying every message, every laugh, every promise, wondering how someone can vanish without a single word? One day he was there calling you special, the next day, silence. No explanation, no closure, just a cold, empty space where his attention used to be. And the worst part? It makes you question yourself, your worth, your reality, your heart. But listen closely. Ghosting is not a reflection of your value. It is a reflection of his emotional immaturity. And what you do after being ghosted can either protect your power or slowly destroy it. Today, I will share the 3 things you must never do after being ghosted. These mistakes feel natural, even comforting at first, but they keep you stuck in pain, self-doubt, and false hope. If you avoid these 3 traps, you don't just heal faster. You rise stronger, clearer, and more confident than ever before. Let's start with the first mistake. Number 1. Do not chase him for closure. This is the most common reaction. You want answers. You want a reason. You want him to explain why he disappeared like you meant nothing. So you send a message, then another. Then you rewrite the same text 5 different ways. You tell yourself if he just explains, I can finally move on. But here is the truth. Closure does not come from the person who hurt you. It comes from the moment you stop needing them to validate your pain. Imagine this. You see, he viewed your story, but didn't reply to your message. Your heart starts racing. You tell yourself maybe he's busy, maybe he forgot, so you send something casual. Hey, hope you're okay. No reply. A day passes. Then 2. Then a week. Now your self-respect is slowly leaking away, one unread message at a time. Every time you reach out to someone who already chose silence, you are teaching your nervous system that your feelings come second to his comfort. You are begging for emotional scraps. And here's the painful part. If he does respond, it often makes you feel worse. He might say he was busy, or confused, or not ready. These vague answers don't heal you. They only reopen the wound. Silence is already an answer. It says, I am not willing to show up for you, and that is all the closure you need. Chasing him does not bring peace. It delays it. Now let's move to the second mistake. Number 2, do not blame yourself. After being ghosted, the mind turns cruel. You start replaying every conversation, every joke, every moment. You ask yourself, was I too much? Was I too honest? Was I not enough? This self-blame feels logical, but it is a lie your pain is telling you. Ghosting is not caused by your personality, your body, or your emotions. It is caused by someone who lacks the courage to communicate honestly. Healthy adults talk. They don't disappear. You could have been perfect, calm, beautiful, and understanding. And he still could have ghosted. Because ghosting is about avoidance, not compatibility. When you blame yourself, you shrink. You become smaller in your own eyes. You begin to accept less than you deserve just to avoid being abandoned again. And that is how the cycle repeats. You are not too much. You are not invisible. You are not hard to love. You are simply dealing with someone who did not have the emotional capacity to show up. And now for the third mistake. Number 3, do not keep the door open for his return. This is the quiet trap. You tell yourself, I won't message him, but I'll leave the door open, just in case. You don't block him. You don't delete his number. You still check his profile. You still imagine him coming back with an apology, and deep inside, a part of you is waiting. Waiting keeps you emotionally frozen. It keeps you living in the past instead of stepping into the future. Every time you think, maybe one day he'll realize what he lost, you delay your healing. You stop fully showing up for new opportunities, new connections, and new versions of yourself. Hope, when placed in the wrong hands, becomes self-betrayal. You deserve someone who chooses you without hesitation, someone who communicates, someone who doesn't disappear when things get real. Keeping the door open for someone who already walked away is like standing in the rain, waiting for a storm to apologize. It won't. Now let's talk about what to do instead. First, give yourself permission to feel. Not to chase. Not to beg. Just to feel. Cry if you need to. Write the message you'll never send. Let the emotions move through you without turning them against yourself. Second, choose self-respect over curiosity. You don't need to know why he left to know that you deserve better. Third, redirect your focus back to your life. Your goals, your body, your energy, your dreams. Ghosting does not define you. How you respond to it does. One day you will look back and realize this silence saved you from years of emotional confusion. Because the right person will never leave you in the dark. They will choose you every day without disappearing. You may not see it now, but this moment is not your loss. It is your awakening. Ghosting is a painful redirection. It removes people who cannot meet you at your emotional level. So you don't have to waste years trying to be understood by someone who never intended to understand you. When someone disappears without explanation, they are showing you exactly who they are, and believing them the first time is an act of self-love. You are not here to convince anyone to stay. You are here to be chosen naturally. From this moment forward, you no longer chase, beg, explain, or prove your worth. You protect your heart. You protect your energy. You protect your peace. And one day, you will meet someone who stays. Someone who communicates. Someone who values you. Until then, remember this. You are not abandoned. You are being redirected to something better. And this silence, it is not your ending. It is your upgrade. This is your reminder. You are not disposable. You are not forgettable. You are not invisible. You are powerful. You are worthy. You are unforgettable. And anyone who cannot see that does not deserve access to your heart. Choose yourself, always.